Well, welcome back to camp and thanks for clicking on the video. So I'm out at the Doors camp, the wee camp, and I haven't been out here in ages, a really long time, and there's quite a lot of devastation in the actual camp itself. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to give you a little guided tour of it just now, just so you can sort of see. And the plan of attack was I was meant to be doing a hot tent video today, but there's unfortunately another storm coming in, and it just seems to be a case of every single time I've got a weekend off or a day off, there's a storm coming in. So the winds are actually up at sort of 50 mile an hour tomorrow morning at about 10 o'clock, so eventually pulled the plug on the hot tent trip. So I've come out today. I'm just going to do a few wee repairs just at camp itself, make myself some bacon rolls and have a little bit of fun. But I said I'll give you a quick wee guided tour just now, just so you can actually see the devastation itself. So firstly, the shelter itself, so there's a lot of moss off, and what I'm going to be doing today, I'm actually going to go and get some more moss, but I'm not going to put it on because as I said, the wind speed tonight is meant to be sort of just absolutely crazy, up at sort of 50 mile an hour, especially in the morning. Also the wee bushcraft table, that's collapsed. The fire wall's not too bad, but also the table over here, that's collapsed. And the other thing is the Pioneer chair. The actual beams for that have all sort of snapped as well, just sort of rotten wood. So what this does do is it gives me the opportunity to come out and do some more building, I suppose. So that's the sort of one positive from it. But I'm really looking forward. I'm planning on doing a sort of winter camp out here, hopefully in some sort of deep snow. So I really want to try and get at least the moss prepared for the shelter, just to try and make it as waterproof as possible, so I can sleep in there without any problem. I've also got a new fire pit, so I'm going to be showing you that in the next couple of videos, but I just want to come out and sort of get a few repairs done, get the place looking okay. So we're going to get camp set up just now, and then we'll head off into the woodland and we'll get some moss, just in preparation for repairing the roof of the shelter itself, and we'll get some coffee on. But even there's a few wee branches down, and I'm planning on maybe putting some up, but again what I'm finding is some of them are they're so old and everything as well. So I'm going to get some new branches from across in the woodland, try and get the shelter sort of a little bit more sort of secure, because I said I don't want to be lying in here, just knock it and it falls down on me. Some of that might be usable for wood today for cooking, so we'll see how we go, but some of it is just rotten. So I'm just going to put it all in a pile and hopefully it sort of dries up so I can use some of it in the summer for maybe other jobs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, again, I don't like moving too much moss from one particular area, but looking at this particular rock, this is a really big rock, so I'm actually going to take all the moss off this rock, just put it on the actual tarp and take it back, and I think that this one bit will actually be enough for me to completely cover the little bits in the shelter that I'm needing done. And again, if I can get it off, what you tend to find with a rock is it actually comes off really quickly and really easy because it's not gripping to anything below. And then what will happen is that rock will just be exposed. Personally myself, I just don't like taking the moss from the base of the trees. So again, there is method in my madness. So that's it, we'll get this back to camp and we'll get it on the shelter. I'm just actually going to put it on the shelter after all, and then we can sort of get everything all covered up. Perfect. So just sort of poking it in so it sort of integrates into the other moss that's there. And again, the reason you're using moss is basically, again, it just retains the water. So it's as waterproof as you can get, just out of a natural material. So that's the shelter remossed, and as I said, even if it is sort of really high winds, I was sort of thinking about it, okay, the moss might get blown off, but it'll still be around the sort of area around the shelter itself. So I'll come up next week sometime and actually sort of see how things have gone. But as I said, it is meant to be really strong. The winds are actually starting to pick up already, so I am going to be a little bit on the cautious side and possibly review whether I'm going to have lunch here or not. As I said, I just want to try and get back home before the storm really does hit. But what I am going to do is I'm going to set up a trail camera. Now, the woodland that's opposite this particular woodland itself, just across the road, huge amount of deer activity over the last wee while. A couple of times that I've been up having a wee wander. So huge amount of activity, so I want to try and see if I can catch any footage of them. So again, I'm going to take the camera over. I'm going to show you what I'm meaning by the activity itself and be able to sort of see it. Again, I just find them absolutely fascinating, really amazing animals, especially when you're in the mountains down in Glencoe and things like that, and you see them up on the hills, the massive big stags. Now the other thing is, I actually saw an imperial stag not that long ago. Again, the footage unfortunately isn't great, but the imperial stag is a 14 pointer, which is very rare to see. 12 pointers are royals, and then the imperials are the 14s, and then you go even higher than that. So it was brilliant to see them. I just love watching the deer. So I'll take you across, we'll show you the the footage itself and the disturbance that's been caused by the deer, I'll set up the trail camera and then we'll see what we can catch on footage. And again, what I'm going to do is I'll just integrate that into the video itself. But as I said, the other thing we're going to do as well, have a little look around for wood. Everything that's around here is just absolutely sodden. There's just no way it's going to burn. So I'm going to go across the other side there and just sort of see. This particular place just seems to be very, very damp all the time. So it might be a little bit of a struggle, but again, we'll just review it. So as I say, just going to take a little bit of a chill out and then we'll go and get the trail camera set up. So I've come over to the woods just now, just having a little wander around again, just to try and see if there's any new activity, and I'll turn the camera around just in a wee second and just sort of show you it. But I'm glad I'm not staying in here tonight. As I said, it's already starting to get really, really windy, and the tree tops are really moving around. So where we were planning on staying is only like 10-15 yards away from where I am at the moment. So gutted, it was myself and my partner's first ever hot tent together, so it was going to be so much fun. We've been looking forward to it for such a long period of time. But when it comes to the weather, you've just got to play it safe. And I said to be in any form of woodland. Problem was, yesterday the forecast said it was going to be 5 o'clock that it was coming in, then it went to 3 o'clock, then it went to 10 o'clock in the morning. So it was just not advisable. But I'll turn the camera around just now, just so you can actually see it. So you can see there, lots and lots of activity. And they've just been scraping to try and get to the roots. So again, they've possibly just come from up on top there, and I'll show you one other section, and here as well. And finally here, and I'm going to set the trail camera up just probably at the base of that tree. And then again, I said I'll come up in a couple of days and try and see what footage we've got. And again, I'll put that into the video. But also just lots of footprints and lots of droppings as well. Right, so let's get the trail camera set up. I'm just going to put a pine cone behind it, try and force it out a little bit more so that it's going to catch the more towards the ground there as well, because I'm just not sure about how tall or how tall these deer are. Okay, so we'll come up in a couple of days and hopefully get some footage. Well, I'm doing that basically wherever I sit, the smoke is coming. It doesn't matter where I go. It's just so frustrating. I know everyone has it, I know everyone experiences it, but it's just ridiculous. Anyway, bacon rolls. Oh. Nice and crispy. That's so good. On a cheese roll as well. Can't get better. So I'm just going to chill out for a wee bit. Just sort of get myself rehydrated, finish off my bacon roll. And then it'll probably just be a case of taking down camp. I'm not going to build anything else. I'm going to put my mind to it and have a little think over the next wee while. About what sort of things I want to build. But I'm glad I got the shelter completely finished. So that's all the moss on. So that's done. The trail camera up as well as tidied round a little bit. So quite a productive day so far. But I'm just going to finish this off, and hopefully by that time the smoke will have disappeared. Well, what can I say? That's been an absolutely brilliant day in the woods. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Really nice getting back out to this particular camp. And again, I haven't been here for such a long time. I've really neglected it. So I need to make sure I'm getting out here as often as possible. But it's great. Moss is back on the shelter, so hopefully that's going to stay on. And then obviously we'll have a look at the trail camera in the next couple of days and see if we've got any deer footage. Gutted we're not staying out overnight tonight. We're really looking forward to it. It was going to be our first hot tent session, so it would have been absolutely fantastic, but you've just got to go with caution. I said that wind is just starting to get back up again just now, and I said tomorrow morning I think it's 47-50 mile an hour, so definitely right decision to actually make, not staying in the woods tonight, gutting though it was. But we've got some amazing trips planned, so you can look forward to that. We've also got some brilliant new content coming to the channel, which I'm not going to go through just now. I'll wait until I've got the first video out. But super excited about it. We can't wait to get out. So that's going to be really good. We're going to be doing that probably in the new year. But all I really wanted to say just now is just a massive thank you for the full year, all your support, all your comments, all your likes, etc. as well. You know, it really does mean an awful lot, and it really keeps me motivated and sort of wanting to do more and more content. It's been a bit of a struggle over the last wee while. Every time we plan to go away, there's always been something weather-wise or something else that's come up, but hopefully we'll get back out as quick as possible. So if I don't have another video out before the end of the year, all I really want to say just now is a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care, bye bye.